Simon Eder, with 3 World Cup wins, 2 Olympic and 2 World Championships medals, is one of the most famous Austrian biathletes, had a major hope for medal for his country at the Hochfilzen 2017. Also known as Lucky Luke for his ability to cover all 5 targets in less than 20 seconds, Eder is a true biathlon lover as well as a funny guy and delightful interviewee. How are you doing?
Fine rest day after a race, and I think everybody likes it because 3 in a row is always really tough.
We go straight to the point. This year you have the World Championships at home. How does it feel to know there's such a big appointment ahead of you?
Yeah, I think really great. 3 exciting years now with Oslo and Hochfilzen, and next year the Olympics, so that's always a big motivation in training. And yeah, we had some real big things in Hochfilzen that happened with indoor shooting hole and new roller ski track, so that's really great for us.
And is it a bit of pressure as well, or is it just big motivation?
Yeah, of course, it's going to be a big pressure. In front of the home crowd, you always want to make a great performance, but I think the key is just to have a great shape, and then it's a positive pressure.
I know Hochfilzen is also the base of summer training. Has it changed anything because this year you have the World Championships, or is it just the same as usual?
I try to do the same as usual. Maybe a little bit more of training. This was really good for me. But at the moment it's a little bit a difficult start. But I made this experience last year as well, so I try to stay calm.
So maybe a bit of a slow starter.
Yeah, it seems to be that. Yeah, with the age, maybe it's the start is even difficult.
It seems like you in Austria are very good at shooting, and the stats show that you and the men and Lisa Hauser and the women are the fastest. And how do you do it?
We together in a training group, and we work now since 3 years together. And Lisa is a really big talent. I think at the moment she is the best shooter compared to men as well, and at her age it's really impressive.
And how did you get to be that fast? Because she says she's copying you, so.
Yeah, of course. When I was at junior level, some guys started shooting faster, and it was as well Raphael Poré and who made a lot of work on the shooting range for the next generation, and I made the next step, I think, and so that means you go under 20 seconds. And my thing before the race is just to try to make it fast, because I want to make the step to the podium, and in running I'm not Martin, so I have to make it somewhere else, and that's the reason why I try to do it that fast.
You have the relay in Austria, and it seems like every time there's a relay, Austria comes with the best. What's the chemistry behind that?
I don't know. I'm just happy that we really made some medals the last years at the World Champs and Olympics, but it's really a most important competition maybe for the biathlon fans, and maybe at the home World Champs it's again that important, and our big goal is to be among the best 3, and yes, we hope that we can do it.
And also in the single mix, in the past 2 years, you've been very successful. Are you a bit disappointed it's not part of the bigger scheme at the minute?
Yes, of course. I think it's for fast shooting. It's a great competition, and so with Lisa, we always among the top favorites for the podium. We competed 2 times and have been 2 times in second place. So this is really a nice new competition for us, and of course it's a pity it's not at the Olympics so far, but we're looking forward to Östersund.
Have you ever thought about any chance of any other sports in your life?
Maybe ice hockey, but I told to my dad I make it both, and maybe he recognized or knew that it's not possible. I said I play on Saturday, and on Sunday I make the biathlon races or cross country. And he maybe decided there for me a little bit, but it was a good decision, I think.
I think a dad that's been so successful as an athlete, and then it's been your trainer for long. How does the relationship work?
Yeah, it's always very special to work with a family member. Of course, with your dad, everybody knows it, that sometimes you have to make maybe a step back. And I'm not that kind of morning person, and you start all the year very early, and I think he knows it. I'm very lucky with him, and I like to work with him, and I still work together with him. So for me, it's the best thing. And of course, you have some troubles inside your family, everybody knows it, but sometimes it's really funny and sometimes not so funny, but it's the best coach for me, so there's...
And do you often talk about biathlon at home?
You have to ask maybe my sister. She would say yes. We try not to talk too much, but it's not that bad like some years ago.
Since you talk about biathlon often, but who are you when you're not training or competing?
Obsessed biathlete offside, maybe also some years ago, but now I think I can say I'm father of a little daughter, and I really like to enjoy if I have some energy and to go with her for some, to puzzle or to play with her, and it's maybe the best mental coach I ever had, and I really enjoy being a father.
And how is it to be a father and being away for so long during the year?
As Austrian, we're very lucky, I think, because we can go back home nearly after every World Cup station. This is not possible for the Canadians or the Russians or other nations, even for the Swedes. So I think it's not a problem, and when I have to go for 2 weeks, I try to remember for this, and then it's okay.
Would you like her to pick up biathlon?
My daughter? I'm not sure yet. I think it's up to her, and maybe at the age of 8 she decides to become alpine skier after her first race. So I don't try to make some big influence on her. That's what I promised to my girlfriend.
Since you are a father and, as you said, you have had already a long career, but your dad retired when he was more than 40. Are you planning to do the same?
Yesterday I thought I don't, but of course I have to do some single mixed relays maybe at big events. So now I'm really motivated but I can't tell you until 40. Maybe a big goal is Antolz 2020 for me, and after this I will have some talking with my family.
Why Antolz 2020?
I really like this place, and when I heard that they get the championships, it brought some big motivation to me. My grandfather is from South Tyrol, Alto Adige, I think you say, and so there's some connection to Italy, and yes, I really like the food there. They nearly always have good weather and good atmosphere up to the stadium, so I'm also looking forward this year to go there.
So the question is Antolz or Hochfilzen for you?
Antolz, I think you don't have the pressure of the home event, and this makes it a little bit easier for you. But of course, both are really great places, and I just hope to be in great shape at the home champs, because I really think this is the key to enjoy this big event, or to make it to a party for yourself.
And what are for you the best and, let's say, the worst things about biathlon life?
The worst is maybe to have a bad sprint and be in pursuit 2 days later, and the best is to be on podium.
And what's the format you like best?
I really like the sprint competition, because before the race you just know you have to work really fast on the shooting range, so there's no thinking about you're shooting like in individual, some tactics, or just keep going. Although I just have 1 podium in this competition, but I hope to make some more in the next years.
But pursuit, you've done well in the past.
I know it, yeah, but I like sprint the most, so even I'm not there the most successful.
And what do you think you will do to get the success in the sprints then?
Hit more targets. There are many races I shot bad. It's not about the running thing. So it's really a big pressure always in the sprint, in the standing, this is a thing I have to make better in the next year.
Now you said the goal is to go under 20 in the shooting range, but what can you think in these 20 seconds?
Nothing, it's the best. This is the problem a little bit. When you're not shooting that good, everybody knows it, I think, that you start thinking or getting afraid of hitting the targets. And when it just works for you, you don't think, and then it's good, and then you shoot 0.
And how do you manage not to think?
At the moment I can't tell you, but when I shoot good, or last year I really shoot normally, I say, without thinking. So I just go on the mat and then it works out, so I don't have to do much. But yeah, it's really much more difficult than it is, and especially when you start shooting bad, you start thinking, and it's even getting more difficult. So the only medicine is maybe one good race and then you're back.
Last year I think was a very positive year for you, but if you can pick just one moment, which one would it be?
Of course my first individual medal, and it is one of the biggest goals for me, especially after the 2010 and 14 Olympics. I was 2 times fourth, and it didn't get easier after these races to get an individual medal, and I'm really happy about that I could make it and sleep much better now.
And you copy your dad there?
Yeah, I know. I'm happy I heard it after the race, because before it would have meant maybe some pressure. It's exactly 30 years. It's crazy, and it was really funny to hear this story. Yeah.
Did you have any idol in biathlon when you were younger?
As a child, I had Raphael Poiré as big idol, especially for shooting, and he was as well a really great runner. And yeah, idols disappeared with the age, maybe, and maybe he was my last one. Yeah.
And do you hope that you have some kids in Austria that look at you the same way?
Maybe, yeah. I think the Austrians become more excited about biathlon, and you also see that at the Childs, and when they come to the training, and yeah, they can ask questions, and of course it's a goal for me to bring some Austrians to the biathlon. Hey guys, it's Simon. We're really looking forward to February, to our big event in Hochfilzen. Come and join us. It's going to be a great party up there, a great biathlon party, and we hope to make our part that it's even a better party. So see you there. Bye bye.